Hello YouTube, this is Morgan, Airspeed Prime here with my next Avatar news update. So we do have an update on the Ultimate Aang and Korra Blu-ray collection. So we have a, I suppose, finalized image of what the set actually looks like. So just again, $98.99 retail price, December 7th, 2021 release date. But here is the finalized image here. So you can see, I think the cover's kind of weird. That does it actually have all that stuff on it, or is this like the back cover? It still feels weird that that's the title of it, the Ultimate Aang Korra Blu-ray collection, just covering the top and then exclusive stuff on the bottom. Image is really cool, and then you can see the spine here also has sort of images, so that's cool. But it also confirms to us that yes, outside of the extra stuff, you are just getting the standard Avatar Blu-ray and the standard Korra Blu-ray just in this box, and then all of the extras is in this little kind of booklet sort of box thing, where again, new Aang and Korra art from Rola Chang, of course, Kyoshi cover artist, and has the calendar that just came out, so it is cool. The art cards obviously at this point are confirmed to be her art, a lot of which we've seen on the calendars or on the international, I think mainly the German sets for Avatar and Korra. But I believe the Aang and Korra images might actually be sort of new, we haven't really seen them before. So it's partially new, but it also feels kind of like you have way more images than this. Why are you limiting yourself to only 8 art cards? I get it, it's like the absolute main cast, but obviously it works for Korra because you get all Team Avatar, but you don't get Toph or Suki for Aang's Team Avatar, and you'll get Tenzin for Korra. So it's an interesting selection. Would it really have been a problem for them to do 16 art cards, given that you actually do have that much art? Because again, here's the German set and the way they do it. If you haven't seen this before, this is what it looks like. So you can see one of the discs is here. There's the Katara image from the calendar, Sokka image from the calendar. There's Pakku, Toph, Suki, Bumi, Zuko, Azula, Ozai. So pretty cool. And then I actually hadn't seen this until rather recently. But here's the Korra set that also has this art. So you can see here, new Korra art, looking pretty cool. There's Asami, Mako, Tenzin looks really cool. Jinora looks very nice there. That's a really cool shot of Lin. There's Bolin, Naga looking good there. Pabu, and Republic City art, of course. So it feels just okay, fine, I get what you're going for here, but you could have done a lot more than this. They're marketing it as the Ultimate Aang and Korra Blu-ray collection, and it's not really feeling that way, where you're giving us a small selection of this really cool art that a lot of people really like, but you're not giving us all of the art pieces. Then other than that, the packaging, it just seems rather normal, standard. This is just the standard Avatar and Korra sets with just some extra stuff. You do get a bonus disc, which is what all the extras are, and obviously they're hyping this up as it includes auditory exploration with the Avatarverse creators, a conversation with Janet Varney and Dante Basco, host of the podcast, and 8 collectible art cards. It's cool, but is it really something that you need to go out of your way to get? I'm not really sure, just because going in, the collectible cards are only a fraction of what there could be. The interview with Mike and Brian could just be the podcast, but again, we don't really know. And then I still don't know if this is 2 things. Is an auditory exploration with the Avatarverse creators a separate thing than a conversation with Janet Varney and Dante Basco? I'm not sure, because I said, I think the podcasts come to there's way more minutes on the 2 podcast interviews with Mike and Brian than there are in the 80 minutes covering multiple bonus features. I don't know. I'm really still super unconvinced on this, especially for this price. This really feels a little bit like just a kind of cash grab, to just, you know, do this just before Avatar Studios comes out, really capture the hype. And it being not that far after you've done the steelbooks just doesn't feel all that great. Especially because, like, they're sort of the ultimate packaging, the steelbook editions for ATLA and Korra. Now, it's going to cost more to get both of them, but that's what it is. So, still, I'm in the direction of, like, yeah, I don't think I'll be getting this. I'll be keeping an eye out for whatever the extras are, just to see if there is maybe anything worth checking out. But unless this is finally the sort of interview where Mike and Brian answer sort of, you know, more updated sort of like technical questions about Avatar, I don't think this is really going to be something that, like, I feel like I absolutely need, just because most interviews that are sort of standard, especially if it is with Janet and Dante, I'm not expecting it to be anything crazy. That, you know, there's not going to be Avatar Studios news just put up on a extras interview when they could easily make that like a public, like, news article. So there's not going to be anything that exclusive. So it's all on you about, like, if you value the presentation here in this one. And to me, it doesn't even seem like the second best version of the sets, when you have something like the anniversary sets that came out in sort of international territories, which have much more sort of collectors looking packaging with this. So, you know, I'm not sure. It just, this could have been much better done. Final thing is just on the Avatar Legends role-playing game. I think I mentioned this in the last video, but I didn't actually show, I suppose, where it came from. So we're expecting an update, because it's October, on the Kickstarter. Because obviously it was successfully funded. They said they would do an update every month, but that they were basically taking a break for the rest of September. Yeah, as you can see, they said here, you know, we're working on it. Next week we're posting an update midweek. I think previously they had said they were doing one, an update next week, but they didn't get around to it. Now they're doing one mid this week. So I guess that means it's either going to happen today or tomorrow, maybe Thursday at the absolute latest. So that'll be interesting to see what they do. Obviously, to some degree, I'm expecting delays, but I'm hoping just that, like, the first update on this, that they actually, like, say something of significance. Like, they said they'd be, like, giving some of the material out early to people who have backed. So it'd be nice to get something like that, just like a little bit of the flavor or something like that, that they, here's a few pages from the books that have been finalized or something. Hopefully something like that happens. But other than that, yeah, I'm very hesitant about the idea that this will actually, like, meet its deadlines. I think the digital stuff, I think, should be fine, but the shipping the physical items, I think I feel it's all but inevitable that it's just going to get some sort of a delay. But, you know, I'll cover the update whenever it comes out. Hopefully it's significant and it actually has some content to it. But yeah, in the comments, let me know what your thoughts are on the sort of, I suppose, more finalized look at the Ultimate Blu-ray collection, and your expectations for the first Legends role-playing game Kickstarter update post funding. But yeah, that's been the video. Thanks for watching, and bye.